I'm able to manage to get some farm, but in the mid game I get distracted way too much by fighting or we should kill this guy or try to kill this guy, and then I just aimlessly move around the map. So I don't get any CS, and what results is I'm very underfarmed for the time of the game.
Yeah, like any fight you get distracted by, you can look at that fight and think to yourself like, if you join that fight, will you? Well, first of all, you need to like recognize why you even joined that fight. Like, is it
Hey,
because
how's
you're?
things going here?
Hello, I'm recording this, Bernardi.
Oh,
We started the watching the PA, and he had some questions
oh.
about fightings. So I'm gonna like be
So
talking and coaching him.
okay. So I'll live here, so I can cut that part for you if you want. There I'm talking. Uh, so you cover them. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, uh, so first you need to like establish why did you even join that fight? Well, is it because you're already like near that fight, or is it that you like are far away? Because if you're near, it usually is that you have not like much other choices. So then you need to decide. Well, either that fight will give me something, either a objective or free kills that I will not die, or I will just like ignore it and just be near that fight and see what happens with that fight. Or the second option is that you actually like TP or like go to that fight like with some mobility. And in that case, it's pretty similar. Um, it's again about what will you get out of it, but you're losing more if you go there and the fight turns out like to be bad, because you're losing the potential of continuing the shoving lanes on the other sides. So it's all about like recognizing what is like how the fight looks like and
So
how it's
a good fight and
beneficial.
a bad fight.
And and how you can recognize it is, for example, by knowing where all three lanes are. Just by that you will and where the fight is actually happening and in which minute mark. So I will give you like example maybe. So but or let's say this way: the more lanes you have shoved into the enemies, the more advantageous fight usually it will be for you, no matter how the fight looks like. Because if you win, there is a chance that you will just get towers from it, like something good from it, or rush or something. And if the
Yes.
fight is bad, they will just not don't have they will not have enough time to kill your buildings, because first they need to like outpush your waves to get to the towers. It doesn't apply in times where you guys have like too long cooldown upon death, so after like let's say 25-minute mark or something like that, there's just too enough time for them to like kill your buildings even if you have all lanes shaft kind of usually, especially with items and everything. And second one is tier 1 towers. Tier 1 towers don't require backdoor protection, but usually people are not strong enough like to kill it without creeps and blah 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 anyway, so it doesn't matter. So usually first 20-25 minutes definitely this strategy like applies almost every time, and after that it still applies, but it's just more difficult. Meaning you should even consider taking fights that are not with lanes being correctly shoved. Well, okay, so the point was you asked about the mid game, right? And how like always the fight slows you down, it slows your farm and whatever. Well,
Yes.
it can be like many like factors why it is the case. I just gave you the one that you like mentioned at the beginning, how you watched the video about winning game and shoving. It can also be that you are still not able to fight because you don't have the right items
Items.
and stuff. Yeah, so it can mean many other stuff. So basically, first shove lanes and then pick the fight. If you have at least 2 out of 3 lanes shoved, it usually is cool. Like it usually is not that bad. And always, even if you join, you don't have to like continue like joining it. You don't have to like, oh, I will go here and die just because I have lanes shoved. No, no, no. Just like you can stay behind. Like your life is valuable, especially as position 1. Like it's very valuable. Like if you die, it's pretty bad. So you can just like watch the situation and see what happens. You don't have to always commit. Like committing is only when you know you not gonna die. When you have some situation in your head how you're not gonna die. Otherwise, don't do it. Like if there is some situation and then the fight somehow somebody fucks up, that happens, right? But like you need to have some scenario when you will be alive after the fight ends, or when it's like, some rare exceptions like I die and 5 enemies die and 4 teammates survive. But
Live.
those
Yeah.
things,
Teamwork.
they usually you cannot calculate anything like this because usually like the cores are the last one, they are the damage dealers. There's no way that like very rarely. Okay, so
Okay,
here,
so another question here. Should I try this wave shoving concept with a hero like Juggernaut first who has an escape?
yes, I already mentioned it in the video. You have some like even heroes, like if you read comments, I even posted some heroes.
Yes, yes. Wind Ranger, Juggernaut, so heroes with escapes.
It should be well, every hero has one escape, one very cool escape. Which one is it?
TP?
Yeah, TP. So you can basically do it with every hero, but problem with every hero is that some heroes don't do it fast enough, and they are still not survivable that much. Like that TP is survivable, but it's better to have more survivability that doesn't make you be able to do it once every 80 seconds, right?
Yes,
Plus, if they stop your TP, then you're fucked, right? So like BKB TP is one natural combo, right?
yes,
Like yeah, like wow, and it synergizes. Like all things synergizes together. Like how I mentioned that you should do it with hero that like shoves it faster. It
yes, yes,
synergizes because people who shoves faster, like clears waves faster, usually are the ones that are able to collect gold more easier. Like if you take into consideration Bane, how you gonna do that? If you take in consideration Undying, very hardly you're gonna do that. So those heroes will have hard time to even farm the BKB and stuff like that. So it all like combines like the more
yes.
like
The
it's
more
harder and
shove, lane
harder.
shove
Yeah,
you have,
the
the easier it is.
the more unnatural it is for that hero or for whatever you want to do, the harder it is. It's just all combines together. This is like very funny because there are like in Dota there are many concepts where like say you can there's something and you can say why it is the case like from so many angles because it all combines together. Like it's very funny. Like somebody can say like why to not do this for different reasons, but they are basically the same or they are connected to the same thing. It's like pretty cool. So for example, somebody asked him on Twitch like why to be on bottom, right? And I had some
Yes,
like
yes,
reasons for it, and he had
yes.
like the reasons of the map, but it just all connects
It's all the
together at the end.
same at the end. Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be all the same, but like it connect like some of them is the same
they are
kind
linked.
of, but yeah, they are very linked, like very linked. For example,
It,
somebody says, "Oh, you cannot do this because you're weak," and I say, "You cannot do this because you have low HP." Well, it's the same, but
it's
like,
the same.
yeah.
Do you think I should have committed on the CM there?
So first thing, let's okay after okay, I will come talk about the sim. So here, you're standing in wrong position because look at their heroes and look at your heroes, right? So do you think you should go for this rune? That's first thing, right? Because the only reason why we
No,
are here mainly
it's for the
is
rune.
for the rune. Like that's the first thing that comes into mind. So I don't think we should go for this rune at all. Even if we are 2v2, right? We shouldn't
Yes,
go
it's
for
it's
this rune.
very hard.
Yeah, so you can already give this up. Okay. Um, and it
And what do I
usually,
do?
well,
Uh, I give up the rune, and what do I do during the time that I get while people go get the runes? Is there anything that a position one can do?
rarely you can get vision.
Because
You can get vision to see how many heroes are in the top area to see how because that will tell the guys on bottom of how many heroes are there. So you can get vision sometimes.
yeah,
Uh, Other than that, you just can cut trees, think about what you're gonna do next, and stuff
okay.
like that. Mm.
So the
So
itemization in the lane was wrong.
yeah,
I know that much.
yeah, we were
I
not.
just thought I'd be against the Skyrath, and the Lina would be mid. But I
Uh,
predicted wrong. The Skyrath was mid, and the Lina was off lane.
yes, even if you thought about like Skywrath and who, like CM's gonna be top, or Skywrath and Patch, I don't know. Like who are you thinking that it's gonna be top?
I was thinking like Skyrath and probably like a CM or something because like the,
Okay,
you look at the composition and I couldn't really tell who was going where because it's all very confusing.
yeah. Well, usually you should like consider the most like dangerous lane for you that is like reasonable for the enemy. That's what I'm usually doing because um, there is some like downside to it that you will not have absolute proper items for it, but I don't think it's solvable because courier takes too long time to bring you items. So it's better to have some items than like none or something. So my point was always like itemize versus something that is reasonable that will go up against you and that is very hard for you to deal with. Because usually what enemy tries to do is to put some heroes against like enemy cores, like so enemy cores suffer, like they farming suffer. So it's usually the best play for them. So always like think of what's the enemy's best play and play like and buy items according to it. That's what I do. So here, if you think that it's Skywrath and CM, well, they have like spamming spells. We are not going for the rune anyways, right? So what we should buy? Well, stick is reasonable because they're gonna cast spells, right?
Yeah,
Then we want to like farm, so like Quelling Blade might be okay. You know, if you feel like they have higher right click damage. Like this guy is 51, this guy is 47. Maybe you don't have to, but yeah, it's usually very reasonable item. Plus, it allows you to cut trees, very valuable. And do we like literally need something else for it? I don't think so. Like, we do we need like are we gonna first of all like are we how the lane is gonna look like? Are we gonna like fight them? Like if you look at the Skywrath and CM,
no, they're just gonna
Rubik
cast
and
spells at you
PA.
from a distance.
Yeah, yeah. So we are not gonna like, oh, I'm gonna jump in and they gonna, stun me and then damage me, silence me, and kill me, right? So we are not get going to them. So we actually don't need any other items than items that allows us to farm and that allows us to survive what they throw at us. So what allows us to survive what they throw at us? Well, as I mentioned on the chat, it was some heals, right?
Yes.
But heals are like less greedy items, right? Because they will be consumed. So you can
Yeah,
start
I was
considering.
thinking this like Quelling Blades, two ring of region, and set of tangos. I was considering going this.
Yeah,
Is this fine?
yeah. Either two rings or one. I do like. in a lot of games I do 2 rings, but I think because like it helped me a lot. Like I like it kind of on PA
But those
because
rings don't build into anything. That's why I feel like I don't know if it's good or not because those rings don't build into anything, and I have to sell them.
mm, think of it as this: when you sell them, it's gonna be 85 gold, if 87, 87 gold or something. So it's like tango. So basically, if you sell this, you're gonna waste 90 gold, like one set of tangos, right?
Yeah,
So will this give you like more than one set of tangos?
yeah. I think it should give me more than one set of tangos.
Yeah, I would say so. So that's why I like to like buy it like even 2 times because then I can just sell it easy. Um, because your other's choice is exactly what you bought. You bought 6 tangos, like salted
Yes, it's
tangos.
like the
Like
same.
it's like the same,
If you think about
but
them, yeah.
but
Now that
you
I
ate
think about it,
this.
it's the same.
Another reason is like you have like 6 slots. Usually, like again, I do know how I mentioned to you about like you can say one thing with so many like reasons that are
Yes,
connected.
but,
Like six
yes, yes,
six slots usually items that are like cheaper ones are more valuable than the high cost ones. So like for example, you cannot use the 6 tangos right now. Like you cannot eat them all at once. So you're like
yeah,
wasting some slots. You're wasting some. Yeah, some value while you're regening. You also regening from something else, and etc. etc. Yeah, so buy rings. What about buying the ring that actually is built?
ring of regen,
Yeah,
ring of
yeah,
health.
yeah.
Yeah, the
What's
battle
up
fury
with
ring.
that? Like, why wouldn't you buy it immediately? What do you think?
Uh, First of all, it's really costly. So rushing into the lane without any items and then waiting to get 800 gold item is very.
Yeah,
It's dangerous because you don't have any stats. Well,
yeah,
like you're not using your net worth at the start, and the enemy is using his net worth at the start. So he is effectively more
yes.
has more net worth than you.
So it's basically more greedy version, and
Yeah,
you cannot be that greedy. Like you can be greedy with rings instead of like two salves and 9 tangles and blah blah blah. But you cannot be greedy with 825 gold item.
yeah.
Plus, sometimes it's even considerable to go both, like going ring and also those small rings, kind of.
Yeah. Was this
Okay,
the
so
right game for a Battle Fury?
once again, what was your question?
I built Battle Fury this game, although I didn't get it until the game ended. But I was thinking for going Battle Fury. Was it the correct choice, or was it once again too greedy for the
Well,
game?
look at the enemy heroes. Are they killing your towers? Like, are they
No,
tower
I
killers?
do not see anyone killing my towers.
Yeah,
Ricky
so
doesn't kill, Skyra doesn't kill. All of the cores don't kill any towers, like except Lena, if
yes.
she gets farm.
So do you think you have like time to build items that
Yeah,
are yeah, like
yeah. I was thinking like in the same manner, like they don't have much seeds, so I can go. But
because
like they snowballed so hard,
what
the game just
bec-
ended.
because what are reasons that will like 100% like force you, or at least you have to think about it all the time if you want to join the fight, like if you need to fight, because
Uh,
that's when non-battle fury items will come into place, right? Like building, for example, Nezo instead of Battle Fury immediately, because that allows you to like join the fights like sooner because it's cheaper, it's more fighting heavy, you know, stuff like that.
yeah.
What are like some stuff that you can come up with that definitely you should like consider that are like considerable to
So
join.
I think like if the other two lanes get dumpstered really bad, they lose really hard. I might have to go with a desolator first.
No, what I was implying to is like they enemy like as 5 men they will force you if they are killing your towers. And you said they don't have much killing tower potential, only like Lina or something.
Yeah, only
And
Lina,
another
even with
reason,
items.
another item that it's considerable to contest, like another thing that is considerable to contest is to rush. And yeah, I don't think
But
you
nobody
are.
went Roche in the game.
Yeah, you are first. But do you think in like 20-minute mark they will have enough power like to kill your towers? Because Lina can still buy some items that allows him to hit the towers or something.
Yeah, but if I don't get like 20 minute
So,
marks, I mean, yeah, I guess if
but
the Riki snowball really hard.
yeah, another thing like Lina is not even mid lane or anything.
Yeah, she's off lane.
So I think you have plenty of time. But it's still considerable to like. It gives you also like potential to like join fights, which means that if enemy fights some fight because they like found like your teammates
Dive our
are
tower.
being found or something, it might like if you look at their heroes like they are countered by one item. So I love that item for so many reasons because I wouldn't say in this game that I would buy him for you to like be forced to buy it because you want to defend your tower because they don't have much tower pressure. But I would say it's valuable because it allows you to survive every single time
What's the item?
except like maybe patch, and also it allows you to get the like pickoffs of 5-man pickoffs or something if they somehow
Uh,
like overextend. It's the BKB.
what's the item? Oh, BKB.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like, do you need like Desolator to farm faster, or what will you buy to farm even faster? Because you are not concerned about anything, kind of like maybe if they like find you in your jungle or something, because that's what their hero excels at. So maybe like survival item, but like after Battle Fury, there's not many items that allows you to even farm faster or do something faster. So we can already start building items that allows us to like be in the theoretical fights that we don't even need to take or something. So that's what I would. So that's why I would be actually considering second item BKB instead of Desolator. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I went BKB.
because
I wanted to build BKB second item, but
because
I never
usually
got there.
usually like enemies are forcing you to buy some defensive item just because they are forcing you that they're gonna take your towers. But in this game, it's actually like kind of cool because it's more rare like that this happens, right? But as PA, I don't have to buy second because with different heroes, I might consider be even more greedy. But I think Battle Fury on PA is like enough. Then you don't have to be more greedy because like Desolator will make you die in fights in potential pick off thingies if somebody overextends. So yeah, just BKB is the choice. Yeah. So here. Okay. So another thing, what you can do as Dire, you should block creeps because the lane is gonna meet like approximately here if they are not being blocked. So you are allowed as Dire to slightly block it. As Radiant don't block unless you see that enemy is blocking, but as Dire you can block a little bit. You didn't block at all, so this happens. Feels bad, man. Okay, this makes not much sense to queue him. Cause like, what's the reason to queue people?
To reach to them, catch up.
You're preparing them to be scared of going through creep wave, something like that. That's very cool mindset of like why you queuing or damaging enemies. You're preparing them for not being able to join the creep contest. So here in this example, when we establish your item build, it should be also established based on your place, like what you should be doing, what's your aim in this lane. In this lane, your aim is not to like damage them, because if you jump on them, you will still die. They have just too many spell stuns and everything. You will just not like kill them. They have more power. Like if you say 1v1 Lina versus PA. Like, who do you think will win?
Yeah, Lina wins.
Yeah, Lena, like
In the
she
end.
has range and then she's magical and you're carry. Like usually those signs should tell you and all the other signs should tell you that usually the guys that have these many advantages will like win that fight. Usually the magical ones are the more powerful in early game because your damage is based on like um is based on like your items
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
and
But
attacks and like yeah, items and
yeah,
physical damage the goes late and magical
yeah,
damage is sort of yeah.
yeah. That's why
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah, that's why you're like carry. You're scaling with items and stuff like that, right? You're dealing damage in the later stages more than in the early stages. Yeah. So basically, you will not win this. So I wouldn't like queue
Yeah,
them,
so
and I would save the queues for the creeps.
creeps.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
what you're saying is I'm not playing according to the items I'm building.
well, you're not playing according to how you should play this lane, and it's shown based on your well, based on your it's not shown based on your items. Your items are just non-efficient because you have regen, right? You know that you want regen and then you want Culling Blade, right? That's what you have in your build. Maybe the branch you can might say that it's incorrect, right? like the
Yeah,
branch, but I wouldn't say it's incorrect. Actually, I think the branch cons is the same reason why you buy Quelling Blade, just to have the higher damage for the creeps.
CS.
Yes, for the CS. So I would say your build is fine. It's just not efficient enough. It's not efficient enough. But the play right now that I see that you queuing the Lina, I wouldn't do it. Like that tells
Okay.
me that your game plan is different than mine.
Okay.
Also, you're like too close to the creep waves and everything. I would just, you can just stay back, or aggro, and then queue the range creep if they let you. In worst case, Rubik can do it with W. Yeah, I don't like this aggro. It actually made you to like have creeps even further from you, and then it's gonna actually
Yeah.
hugely push towards you, which I don't like at all. Like it's awkward for so many reasons. Well, okay, so another of your goals is what's usually the goal in the laning stage, or how should I ask this? Like, where is the safest for you to farm?
Near my tower, but
Yeah, near your
not in
tower.
range of it.
Yeah. So somewhere here in the middle of my screen.
Yeah,
So how we gonna make creeps meet there is if all of your creeps die and all of enemy creeps die, right?
yeah,
And what we want to basically make happen is that mm, like zero or one creep of enemies will survive at the end. Because we don't want our creep to survive. Because if our creep survives, he will go forward. He will move forward. And we cannot manipulate it much. We cannot like block it or whatever. We're gonna get hit if we block him, and even if we block him, he's still going forward. But if enemy creep survive, we can manipulate the creep, right? To go either under tower or slightly above tower, stuff like that. So
yeah,
so that's our goal usually. But look at this right now. What happened here? You have 6 melee creeps and 1 range creep of enemies, right?
yeah,
This is not ideal. Ideal it would
yeah.
be out of these 3 creeps, either none survived or 1 survived or something. So it's gonna push a lot into you. There's just too many creeps alive. So you miss some opportunities to right click, make it more even, blah blah blah. So it's gonna be bad for you because if they are good, they would just spam spells and try to harass you and then harass you under your tower. Okay, now you're trying to aggro. I would keep aggroing and right clicking anything I can. I will even tell Rubik to W it or something. Because this is like, yeah, too much each way. Okay, just so not to not make it 3-hour video, let's move forward. So again, you're like attacking him, Wing him. I don't like it. Aggro creeps when you can. I like the Salve. It's solving the issues. But again, the rings would be more nicer. You Salve too early, I think. You could have just eat Tango. Because where, like, especially when they left, like, you and didn't harass you under your tower, when is the time when you're gonna, like, not get that much damaged? It's when you're, like, near your tower, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you had, like, above half HP, and you went for the Salve instead of for one Tango. Like, you could have just Tango up, plus the
Yeah.
tower
Yeah.
gives you regen also. Also, if you have those rings, you know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even need to use Tango, I would say, with the rings sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that you usually have like 10 HP region under tower if you
Uh,
have those rings.
you know what I do? Like SPA usually, and it works out. It's very, very cool. Like I ask Tango from my Rubik, like one Tango. Like in low tiers, it works a lot because nobody damages you. And you just buy two rings, and then you can buy like two branches or whatever for Lazading, and you don't have to buy even any Tango, and you will just regen it up. Like it's so valuable. Also, your build, so your itemization is non-efficient, your playstyle is not corresponding to the lane that you currently play in, and your item build is also not corresponding to the lane you are playing. So what would you level up? Like, do you need so this helps you to farm the creep, right?
Yeah.
Level 2 is like deals a little bit more damage, so it's versus heroes that have high damage, right click damage, so they cannot deny it from you.
Yeah.
But like look at this lane, like this lane people are right clicking you, right? From distance, two range heroes, special Lena, right?
Yeah.
So why not
So
just
I
put
should have gotten blur.
yeah, why not put blur?
Blur.
So like I see some potential with the level ups, like being this because this is basically escape, right? And this helps you farm. But
Yeah.
please, like, don't say that. Oh, I went these I went these levels because it's in my guide or because I want to kill them. You know, like don't go these builds for this reason. Like you have to have reason based on what you're laning against.
Yeah.
Like what you're laning is like the plan needs to be there. Like only reason that this would be acceptable as correct game plan but not efficient but only not efficient one is if you thought of dagger as I want to last it creep with it and I need the damage for some reason, like more damage into 2 points, and this is my escape. This is the only time where it would be like reasonable to say that you tried to win this game, like with your mind, like that you thought about the game. Again, see this? Like you jumped in, right? You lost half HP, you didn't deal any damage to him, right? That will happen every single time when you
Yeah.
try this. Just don't do this. And also you missed one creep for this. Again, yeah, raid ban, same idea. Now it's like the raid ban was the incorrect build up, I would say. All the others were inefficient ones. Raid ban is that already can be told as incorrect based on the game plan that you should have. Oh, aggro creeps again. You don't have to get damaged. Just aggro creeps to you, and then you right click it. And the creep that is dying further, you just queue it. Easy. See here, like it's same. You can aggro right now if you want. Again, you're jumping him. I don't like it.
And there's some miscommunication here between like the Rubik and me.
It's still like okay. So what?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, it
what
was a really
happened?
bad.
Wait,
So
what?
I thought I saw that the Lena was alone, like the CM was very far from her.
So
So I told the Rubik that we can
ag-
possibly kill her if you lift her. But the Rubik didn't come, and then later on he thought that I was still going on the Lena, so he went and lifted her up. So he died, and then I got stuck in the save my buddy syndrome. I tried to save him, and then I had to TP.
yeah, but CM can be anywhere, right? If CM is there, You're
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah.
super bursted. So it's not that worth. But okay, Rubik is too far away. Maybe like misinterpretation of the situation, and you might have thought that CM might go for the rune, and
Yeah, I thought
that's the
she'd
time to
go for the
strike.
bounty rune.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the time to strike, but still, And but what I want to talk about here right now after this is bad. Like look at the creeps, right? So what's your next? Like what you should do next? What do you think, and why?
Farm
Farm.
farm
So
these
this is
creeps.
only thing that you are concerned about, just to farm. Like I should farm, right?
Yeah.
So I will like right click creeps right now and farm, right?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, but
And
that's
this I really was thinking.
yeah, but that's like incorrect, and it's incorrect for the reasons of if you right click right now and farm it and push it into them, where will the next creep wave meet? Like where will it meet?
Near their tower,
Yeah, near
I
their
think.
tower, and can you farm near their tower?
No, no,
No,
no.
so what we
I
gonna
can't
do
farm.
next? Like after
Okay,
it's gonna be
so
near the tower.
nothing. I can't do anything. I'm too weak to farm neutrals.
Yes, so
So I'll just sit around
so what's the
doing nothing.
solution when you cannot farm jungle creeps yet and you cannot farm lane? What's the solution in Dota 2? It's not in League, but in
Nothing.
Dota it is. Well, in Dota there is solution.
What do you do if you don't
You can
if you
pull,
can't
right?
farm anything? Yeah, yeah. Pull the creeps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so look at here. There is nothing to be pulled, and only solution for you it would be this camp to be pulled towards up and then towards left if you miss it. But why are we like trying to solve something that you can avoid in the first place?
Yeah.
Like,
Just don't shove the wave.
yeah, just don't fucking shove the wave. Just deny the creeps while they are gone and then last it. Like, what prevents you from getting every single creep anyways? Plus some denies
Yeah.
compared to
Yeah.
shoving it into them right now.
Yeah.
Like, why are you last
Yeah. I
hitting
see.
it?
I
This
see
is
what you're
already
saying.
lost. Like, just those two right
There. This
clicks
is.
lost you the lane for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Like, if they are smart enough, they will just stop you pulling this big camp and you're done. You're done in this lane, like, at least for a minute, maybe more. You're
Yeah.
just
I
done.
get you. I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it can be even over, like, completely over.
Like the
Like,
lane is
only in
completely
lower
done.
tiers, it can be only for small amount of time.
So what I wanted to ask you was, like,
Yeah.
suppose I won the lane, right? Suppose due to some circumstance, I came out ahead in net worth. I came out ahead in levels, right? What happened in the game was Invoker lost mid, and my offlane also lost really bad. So, as a carry, what uh, what steps do I take to like buy time so that my team catches up and we can fight them?
No.
Because
No.
I'm saying no, in the game when the game goes ahead, like at the like and when the mid game starts, uh all the mid lane and the off lane have lost, right? And
Yeah.
the Skyrat, like you just saw, he just keeps ganking my lane, and Invoker of course is like he's like greedy, so he wants to farm the wave and the jungle camps, so he can't, like, he doesn't rotate much to help me out. So
He shouldn't.
I'm just yeah, he shouldn't. It's exact like it's what he should do. He's doing what he should do. I'm not blaming him for and that. I'm just asking. Suppose I won this lane, right? Suppose I
Yeah.
had some sort of network
Yeah.
advantage over the lane and CM.
Yeah.
What do I do
Okay.
to make the game winnable?
Okay, what does PA love to do if she's ahead or if she gets
Burst supports.
gold? Like, let's say you have right now, let's say you have one more thousand gold. Well, what is PA plan to win Dota? Like, what is the winning condition of PA? Why people pick PA? Like, what does she do
She
with
can burst
any gold?
burst supports
Well, with
instantly.
any
Instantly.
gold she gets, what she will like do? Like, what
Build items, farm more.
yeah, just like with the bottom three, you're gonna farm more. So
Yeah, farm more. Farm
just
more.
if you're ahead, you're gonna snowball the ahead by being even more ahead. And how you gonna do that as PA? Well, by
Farm.
get yeah with bottom three, you just get all the creeps in the jungle, everything. Because are you forced to like go on somebody? Like
No,
will
there's
it mean
no.
that after like in 60-minute mark, if everybody have same gold, 60-minute
We
mark,
win.
yeah,
We win.
you
We have a better
win.
lineup.
Yeah, you win. So like, you like with your lead, you want to get the creeps and like get as much before they stop you.
Okay.
Like that's your goal because if you get 6 slotted here, will you? Can you lose? How you gonna lose this game if you get 6 slotted?
Yeah, there's no way because they're I win the man fight against their carry.
You just press one dagger and this
And
Kyrat
Lina
and
and CM
CM
die.
dies.
They
Like
just die.
yeah, they just die. So as long as you like, I would say the most valuable assets in this game is like not dying, getting any gold you can, and then having the peak BKB on as long timers as possible. Meaning 5-second BKB might lose you this game, but if you have 10-second BKB still, and you have like same net worth as the enemy, I think you're gonna win this game. Like only guy that can slightly stop you is like the Ricky,
Yeah.
something like that. But it's just like, you know, basically
Yeah.
you're gonna have some advantage in the later stages. You're gonna have advantage. Like Necro ult is strong one, Walker is fine in late game, PA is fine in late game. They have just like four
Like
supports and
Sky
weird Ricky
Sky
player.
Sk- Skyred falls off pretty hard late, right?
Yeah, like yeah, something like that. Yes.
Yeah, what I was saying. Yeah, like
Like
usually,
if you buy 6 items on Skyward, which items will it be? Just to
what, can you
switch your
repeat that? I couldn't
perspective.
hear you.
Just to switch your perspective of realizing like how much strong that Skyward will be in later stages. Like I can say it like many ways, but let's say this way. Which 6 items will Skyward buy at the end, like in late
I think
stage?
he'll have like an ethereal blade, a rod of Atos,
Yeah. Okay.
ethereal blade, then I suppose hex.
Yeah, so basically he's building like stuff like that and then it bursts one guy, right? If he
Yeah,
doesn't have
if he
BKB.
catches someone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so like 1v1, like you still gonna kind of win because you just buy BKB and then you buy, I don't know,
and then
like
he becomes useless
yeah, something
in the
like that.
BKB.
Yeah, and then he dies, right? Yeah, so that's why he's gonna like not scale better than you. And also he usually doesn't scale better than others. Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
It's
so
like
let's
maybe you will see it more perfectly as CM. Like if CM has 6 items, will he scale more?
no,
Like what he will buy? Like he will buy some random
like some
stuff.
glimmer for stuff,
Yeah,
glimmer cape stuff.
yeah. Like it's hard to beat you. Basically, you have some
Yeah,
sort of
she
edge.
dies anyway. She dies in a dagger anyway.
Yeah, you have some sort of edge. Okay, so yeah,
Okay, so
the
basically, till now, what you're saying is, if I won my lane, I should try to drag my game as long as possible so that I can get six slotted and then
it
we
depends
win the
on the
game
game, but
eventually.
they are like yeah, like yeah, in this game slightly yes, because any hmm, you're not forced to do that many stuff, I would say. You're not forced to do so. Because they are not taking your towers, they are not reaching your high ground, they are not killing your base. They have like heroes that are good like finding one guy and kill him, and they have nothing else much. They have like gankers, like Skyrat ganking, Patch ganking, Kiriki ganking or being in lane. Like they don't have like yeah. So here like this basically got like lost just for the again you jump the Lina instead of staying here and stuff and solving the issue with lane. So now you're in base for that. You don't have anything. Also, you can run away from the base sooner. because it's gonna regen 3 seconds more after you left the lane. Plus you don't have TP, right? So you're gonna walk somewhere, so you're gonna regen up again. So leave sooner. And where are you going? You're going top again? Well, I guess so, but
That was hot.
well, it's about like, do you want to play versus this guy? It's not ideal, but there is a Necro, and he also doesn't have TP. That's like already it's time that I should go top. But yeah, it's kind of like lost from this point, like horribly. Okay, but in lower tiers, everything is possible to win, right? Okay, you back off. This is cool. You could have queued a creep. Another creep that can be taken. Nice. You can cut some trees, right? You can cut this tree. I cannot pink. In YouTube video you will see it. You can cut this tree. Sometimes you can even cut this tree or something for your support. Uh, yeah, stay in lane and just chill and watch till Lina gets 6, because after she gets 6 we should run away. Queue some creeps. Okay. So she's 4, you're 5. Again, you're jumping her at no fucking reason. It all repeats, right? This bullshit. Do you think it's worth?
No,
No,
it's
it's not
not.
worth.
It's not worth it.
Yeah,
I
game
thought
over.
I thought I might have survived because I had like ring
No.
rods and stuff, but I didn't realize that they had. Up until you told me, I did not realize that you bought raindrops against heroes like Zeus who have like.
That doesn't matter. Like that doesn't matter. Like the general assumption should be that you're not touching them. That's first assumption that should be in your head. That simplifies
Yes.
everything, and you can come up with this by your own. Right now, you're doing exception without like knowing that it's like exception. Like suddenly you thought of, oh, I'm gonna be strong, and you're telling me that, oh, I have raindrops and that changes everything.
No, there's.
Uh,
I was telling you that was what I was thinking,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it was
I
obviously
know.
wrong.
Yes, yeah, yeah. And I'm like saying why you did it. So, and thinking that raindrops changes it, I wouldn't say so. Like how, like raindrops doesn't stop the stuns that we discussed. That's gonna stop you from killing them. Like they have 2 stuns. You're gonna have raindrops. So what? They stun you and then either run away or kill you. Like how are you gonna like stop them from stopping you? Like raindrops doesn't solve it, right? Like
Yeah.
if you thought of it this way, then you will realize that even though they have magic and you have something versus magic, it doesn't solve anything. So yeah, so what would be the time when you might consider killing them? Maybe still not, but maybe.
If I had like
They
more
always stun you,
items,
right? They always stun you. So what do you need? What do you need?
you need. I need to pull the creeps back.
Well,
Make
when
the
do you
wave near
don't?
my tower.
Yeah, that's true. That's for sure. That's one of the stuff that needs to happen in order for you to kill them. If we want to like get some like efficiency of like getting some gold from killing them, which also shouldn't be your mindset usually. Like your mindset should be get as many farm as possible, and usually by creeps. But okay, because people just too much are considered about kills. Just something to take into consideration. But if we want to kill them, then yeah, it needs to be near our tower. What else? It also like when do you think like tell me one example when you would definitely jump her, like 100%.
I know that she's alone.
When she's alone and you have more people, for example, that
Yeah,
can be
I
considered.
have the Rubik and she's alone.
Yeah, because if you're 1v1, it's still like she stuns you and then hits you same amount, you know? It might be, but yeah, if you have more players, for example, yes, but what else? What's the 100% scenario when you don't have to even consider it?
Uh,
Tell me any example you can come up with that you 100%, like billion% you're gonna jump her. Tell me one example like
yes.
that.
I'm so like she has no mana. And I have
Yes, but
6.
again, this is too hard to come like can be harder to come up with. I want
She
to give
used
you
her
some.
stun.
Yes, but give me even like some super like billion% you're gonna jump her. Like no question about it. You don't have to even check if she used stun or
She, she
yeah.
has less she is low HP.
Yeah, she's like 10 HP or something. You just jump her and kill her, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so in order for this to happen, like we probably not gonna solve her not having mana. We're not gonna solve her not being alone. Like that's in the power of CM. Like those are like opportunities, not like the ways how you can like uh change the situation, like ways how you can like that you can manipulate with. Like you cannot manipulate much of what CM is doing. You cannot like suddenly split and SPA and I don't know, be killing this tower just so CM TPs here her and forces her to go out of Lena's lane. Like how are you gonna like, but what I'm trying to say is like how are you gonna like force CM to do something that you want her to do, which is like leave the lane so you can kill Lina. Like you don't have power, such power. I don't think it's not in your power to do so. That's maybe in your other teammates' power, but not in yours. So what is in your power? Is it in your power to have like Lina 0 mana?
No,
Barely
I
like
can keep her low HP.
yeah, so only
I
thing that you can like manipulate with is having lane very near your tower and keep her low HP. And I would say for it to be efficient enough, I would say you need the ultimate, like to
yeah,
keep her low
when I
HP.
have 6.
Because like those pokings, like she just buys one tango, good job. Like this doesn't do anything. But with crit, you just kill her one time, then you kill her a second time, it crits, and now she eats eating tango, but she's like 70% HP. Once you crit one more, then you can jump her maybe you know with
Yeah.
2v2 scenario, but like this, no point. Right. Okay, so you TP top. Okay, you're gonna have soon. Actually, she died first. Like based on
Yeah,
that, you
she
will
died first.
know if she has. So she's not gonna have 6 yet. But still, okay, you TP top, I guess so. But yeah, usually I don't like TPs to top, but salve up. Yeah, get all the creeps and then run to jungle. After this is done, just get the creeps, you get 6, and now you should be jungling. Like after this, yeah, like one more wave when they are dead, and then jungle. Just yeah, this is like mistake of you should push it as. I hear some noises in your on your microphone. So in this type of in this case, like they died, right? So do you want to stay in this lane? I don't think so, right? Because she's gonna get 6 and blah blah blah. You just don't want to be here anymore, and you want to also amplify your farm by farming like jungles and stuff. You're gonna get jungle items. You're just gonna get more farm, blah blah blah. So what we want to do with this wave, we want to shove it as fast as possible. Use every single spell of yours to shove it into them, just so you have some because the staling creep wave here will not do anything for you. Why it will not do anything for you? Because once Lina has 6 and you stale the wave here, once they stun you, you're gonna die anyways. It doesn't matter that lane is here or here. So you want to get out of the lane. Only time you maybe consider coming back to the lane is when it's under your tower and when you have like this opportunity to like juke them, like be in trees, just so they cannot
Yeah.
like stun you and ult you immediately or something. Also, it allows you to blur yourself, right? So they will
Yeah.
literally need to have be super aggressive, and when they go to your trees, somebody TPs and you kill them. So yeah, that's the only time when I come back. So you need to shove this. You need to shove it. This is now the laning is over. Like you died 3 times. You should have died only one time. You died only time. Okay, you had 3 cases when there was some like yeah, I was like calculating that once you TP base, that's basically
Yeah.
death for me. That's death for me. So basically, you are so behind. So we don't want to come back because we can die. That's always like
Yeah.
if
So
laning.
just shove the way and go jungle.
Yeah, shove away in the go jungle whenever you are not able to lane anymore. And you
Okay.
are not able to lane anymore as carry whenever you can die there. That's
Okay.
every single game like this. Like if you can die there, the laning stage is over for you.
So can you like speed this up a little? I have
Yeah.
some place to go.
Yeah, sure.
Let's-
Again, this is wrong, right? Because we want to have it under a tower. See, you're still waiting, because you can only farm it under your tower. Okay, shove this in, that's correct, because nobody is there. And then we go jungle, right? What if Lena is there? You don't know where is Lena. You don't know where is Lena. She could have stunned you and kill you. Maybe she got invisible, maybe she got smoke, or... You don't know. But okay. Again, too much waitings. This is not the line. The drawing line should be near the tower. Farm jungle. So while this was happening, you should have farmed this or this. Also, you should check the level of patch if he has 6. Usually people after 10-minute mark has 6, so you actually don't have to check that anymore because whenever he's not visible, it doesn't show you his level anyway. So once he has 5, you still don't know if he's 6. But yeah, my point was when he has 6, it's pretty dangerous. Even the hook would be dangerous. Yeah. You don't have War there, so yeah. You don't see him. Basically, what I wanted to say is like when you don't see him on the map, it's even more dangerous for you to be at top. Again, jungling, like ignore this. You cannot be here. Okay, Lena showed bottom, so you now can be here, but you can only do it so the patch cannot hook you. So you should be standing on the top part of the map when you do this. Okay, this is cool. Now 2 people are dead, right? We don't know where Lena is, right? So I would blur and farm the top and shove it into them, right? Because if we farm the top with blur, how Lena will like stun us and kill us? Like she cannot like blindly press the stun and go near us, right? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be harder for her. So yeah, this is like bad just for the reasons that Lena might kill you.
Yeah, she do kill me.
Yeah, also you
Yeah.
stayed here a little bit too long, right? So how
Yeah.
much do you have time for, like, do you have time for this wave? Look at the enemies that are alive. Like,
Yeah, they're back.
if
They're
I
back
rewind
alive.
here, yeah, see the patch is respawning and you're still going forward. Like this lane wave already makes no sense because Lena can
Yeah,
kill you,
it's
patch can kill you. So leave this
yeah.
lane and go jungle. I wouldn't
Got
farm
it.
this even with blur because blur just helps me like get without dying of Lena, but doesn't help me like yeah. Yeah, so there's another death. Usually I go for the 1400 item. I don't think there was like exact case why you needed to go for the cheaper one.
I just thought I would die and lose the gold, so I
Yeah.
bought whatever item I could.
Also, I usually go even Voidstone first, but based on your item build, I guess I understand that. Well, yeah, because sometimes because I won't be jungling and I won't constantly use Q in the jungle, so I'm gonna lack some mana. But yeah, you bought like different items, so that's why you still have mana. Like you bought raindrops, that's mana regen. Also, you're not casting Q, you didn't go jungle. Also, you don't have those rings. You don't cast E, so that's why you still have mana. But yeah, just something what I do as PA usually that amplifies my farm. Here, I don't know why you're going bottom. Just take the jungle
Yeah,
creeps, right?
I should just take
Yeah,
ancients
the
here. Yeah,
ancients, billion %.
they're free. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe even I missed because you want to like rewind fast, so I missed some points, but I'm giving you like the general ones, like that will be valuable for you.
Yeah, so the basic thing is I'm not taking the same safe farm,
Yeah,
which
well,
I'm
no,
supposed to take as a position one.
no, that's not how you should view it. You should, well, little bit yes, but how you should view it as getting farm that is like that creates some space for you, like that is like annoying for the enemies to deal with, but on the places where you cannot die if you do it. So
Yeah.
example of this might be exactly this mid, right? You kill the creeps on your high ground, so it pushes into them and is annoying for the enemies, right? Because can
Yeah.
you do the same thing on top?
No,
No, you will die top. Can you
I
do the
will
same
die.
thing on bottom? Yes, but
No.
there was all
Uh,
yes, but there well yes, but only if it's like here. That's
yeah.
first thing. And also there was already Necro there. So
Yeah,
are you
necro
gonna
farm the wave.
like what's gonna he do if you go here? Well, he's gonna go here, and even that it feels kind of awkward, right? And then
Yeah.
what you both of you guys will do after that? Like you shoved it in, and this is that. You both are will like walk here or what? Like
Yeah.
that's not efficient. Like it's barely efficient for this guy to have only like lane and one jungle camp instead of let's say two or whatever. But he has no other option, right? He needs to create pressure, so somebody needs to do it. But like if second guy joined there, it would be so inefficient in terms of farming patterns. So yeah, so you do this. By the way, do this with blur because sometimes because this is also dangerous area. Even on high ground, it feels dangerous, especially if you don't have ward. You should buy ward and put it here because what if patch hooks you?
Yeah. Yeah. They eventually kill me here when I try to farm it in the tower.
Yeah,
The Skyrath and CM.
so here you're walking towards top. Again, the ancients are more valuable to farm, and Necro cannot farm ancients, right? So I would be still
Yeah.
farming on the right side rather than on the
Okay.
left side. If somebody could take an ancients and he's already like positioned on the bottom, maybe you can consider farming top side of the map. But yeah, that's it. Here, see, like this is dangerous. Look at the minimap. Do you see anybody?
No.
So only Ricky, right? You see Ricky right now.
Yeah.
So only Ricky. So you cannot be here. You cannot defend this tower. Anything can
Yeah.
kill you.
Got it.
So you
Got it.
need ward in order to defend this tower. Once you have ward and you see nobody here, then you know that you're just gonna survive and you need to take care of only patch hook. So I would do it with blur just because patch can be smoked or just patch can hook you, and then I would be farming it. Else you are not allowed to defend this. Like PA is not like she's not good lane shaver, she's not good tower defender that much because she doesn't have like escapes and stuff. Only thing that she has is like some like blur is okayish and W is sometimes okay, but usually W is not gonna be in time for you to jump your creeps. Like there's like many cases where like creeps basically meet, right? So if they are any creeps on the opposite on the opponent side, it means that you don't have any creeps to W upon to on the backlines, right?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is like creeps meet
The
here.
creeps will mate, so there
Yeah,
will be no creep wave coming from the back,
yeah.
which I can blink
So
on. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so exactly on the times when you actually have some job to do, like to kill your enemy creeps, you will not have any on the backlines, or you're just so slow that you will. But like you get my point. Like yeah, like you're not gonna have usually. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I
this
got
is
it.
horrible. Let's move on. So it has to be defended. That's true. But so you should consider how can I defend it if nobody is doing it and it constantly goes under my tower. Like sure you can consider it because you are able to defend it once it reaches your tower, but only if you see them. So without ward you cannot do it. So you should consider like, oh,
Okay.
this is so important job to shove mid back to the enemies. Somebody has to do it, and so sweet creeps and blah blah blah. But you know that you can die there. So can I solve it somehow? Can I buy something that allows me to survive? You need to think like that always. Okay, this is too far, right? Also, you
Yeah.
TP'd here? That's bad. Wait, what?
Yeah, I TP'd here. I TP'd there.
Yeah, don't TP. Yeah, TP will make you unable to do anything after that. You cannot now like look at it this way. Like this tower is dead, right? So
Yeah.
first thing is they can always go from here and kill you here, right? Because tower is dead,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can
yeah.
suddenly have opened area to go on your on this jungle and gank you and kill you. That's first thing. Second thing is, if you TP here and walk here, they will know that you TP'd here because you got here faster than while walking, right? Because they see your
Yeah.
death timer, so they will know you TP'd here. What it means for you is that once they know it, they will first of all run at you. But second thing is how you gonna run away from it. Well, you need to run
Yeah.
away like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So while you're scared of them, they don't even have to go for you. They just don't. They just don't like once they don't show. Even if they AFK jungle, are you forced to walk away all the way like this?
Yeah.
Yes, because otherwise the option is that you might die, right?
Yeah. Got it. Got it.
So even by them doing nothing, you're still forced to go away just because you TP here. So in
Yeah.
the long
Got
run,
it.
it will give you less farm than more. And by
Got it.
so many other reasons, like there's billion reasons. Also, you should have blown before you jump onto creeps. Also, I wouldn't shove the next wave. Also, yeah, don't TP. And also walk like this and farm, you know, something like this or whatever. Um, this is bad. Definitely when you're visible, this is super dead. This is so bad and blah blah blah. Okay, so here you're walking, that's cool, but okay, let me see the perspective. Okay, so we are walking and yeah, so you're still staying on the top side. I would farm ancients right now. They can be still in your like jungle, yeah. So I'll farm ancients. Also, you blurred too preemptively. Also, when you decide to already be here, like your goal is like to farm and not die, right? And it's kind of weird, like to go someplace and then not farming it, right? It feels awkward. Like usually doesn't happen that often. Like once you establish the safest part or like the part where you can farm, usually it's at least one, right? At least one part of the map looks safer, right? One
Yeah.
lane looks safer. So if you establish that this is the safest or like the survival one, and then you're not farming the creeps and waiting, it's kind of feels weird. That tells me that you chose the wrong one. You can talon it, shove it as fast as possible because you see them on the minimap on the mid, right? And keep shoving it. Only reason why you are allowed right now to shoving it top, which is like exceptions. Usually the top is not for dire, it's not good to farm and push forward as carry. Why is the reason that you can do this? What do you think?
They're all showing
They're
mid.
literally all showing. Either they are dead or they are all showings on other places. They just cannot be in your place fast enough. For example, what you can think of? Are you are a carry player?
Yeah. I play position 1 and 2.
Yeah. So what you can like think of? Do you think I'm thinking about killing the next wave? What do you think, SPA, right now?
No. The next wave I would not kill.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm thinking of is till I see these heroes being seen, like all of them being seen, I will continue pushing. Something like that. But if they once don't show, I will stop pushing basically. So shove this and then run away. Usually, that's the play. Usually, because right now yeah, I don't see them. You TP'd bottom. Okay, that's reasonable. I would probably. Yeah, it's okay. Just because you have Var there, I was thinking like maybe jungle camp. But TPing here is, I guess it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, they might go on you. So yeah. That's the issue with this, because if you
Yeah, so
TP
now
here,
now I have no TP. Now I have no TP and I die because I have no TP.
yeah, because like the thing about TPs is that it's not the worst TP here, I think, but the thing about TP is it's usually cooler to TP once you force some reactions, but you still haven't forced them, so you were still allowed to like be in this place for a while once they constantly were showing on the mid. Because what if they kept showing on the mid? Suddenly you will turn this uh, towards this camp, and they are still showing mid. This tower dies from catapult, and what you're gonna do is you might blur and kill the next wave because they are still showing on mid.
Okay.
But once you like TP somewhere, you basically gave up on this pressure. This was like this told you that, oh, this is enough, which is sometimes it's cool. It's just that once you TP here, it's just that you are allowed to shove only one wave, and then you are forced to play on in the triangle. So it's not that bad, but
Yeah, got it, got it.
they might like go on this side of the map. It's not horrible. It's not horrible because you want to be here anyways, kind of. So,
Yeah.
and if they are able to fight you in your triangle, then yeah, but yeah. Okay, so once you shove this in and I still don't see them, I will go to the engines, right? So, okay, they run at you, happens. So, there's like some rule of thumb of usually when you TP somewhere, you are allowed to get one wave and then get out. Something like that. It doesn't apply always, but yeah.
Yeah, in these sort of games, I think it should apply, right?
It's not based on the specific game, it's more like if that escape mechanic is only TP that you have, usually it's the case that you can only get one wave and then get out
Yeah,
by
so
walking.
like a hero like anti-mage could take the next wave as well.
Yes, because he can blink to trees, to trees, to trees. But still, as anti-mage, you might be able to with Battle Fury to get the ancients.
Yeah. So after this is like pretty much over because it's like 23 minutes and I have no battle fury.
Yeah. Also, don't buy those raindrops.
Yeah, yeah, got that.
You bought them, I think, 2 times.
Yeah, twice. I bought them twice.
Yeah, I think the BKB is the item that allows you to survive in case they catch you, actually. So yeah, I would still go greedy. Like, if I were in your game, I would still go greedy and go Battle Fury and then BKB.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to fight them, and Desolator seems like awkward for fast farming. Because fast farming, it's not only that it will speed up your farm, but it's also that it will make enemies to have a less chance of catching you even,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah, I show the wave faster so that they can't react fast enough.
exactly. So if I would play versus some AI, maybe Desolator BKB, but really like
Yeah.
if you play versus humans and stuff
Yeah.
like
So in this game,
always.
basically what you're saying is I did not go. I should have gone jungle, but I kept staying in the wave, and I messed up some lane equilibrium by shoving the wave that I should not have shoved,
Ah,
and I did not go to jungle when I should have gone to jungle, and since I've been and those ancient, I should have taken the ancient stack, ancient camp instead of going to the bottom wave. Like so, my farming patterns are really awkward,
yeah,
right?
and yes, but it was mainly with the laning. Like the laning was lost. It was basically 2 or 3 deaths that was avoidable. Um, lost some gold from this. I like a lot. Like 3 deaths is a lot. Like 2 or 3 deaths. Even though you had only 1 death, I would count it as 2 or 3.
Because I had to go back to base basically. So
Yeah, it's just like that's the
it's the
last
same.
resource. Yeah, it's very similar. It's last resource that I would be doing. Um, And also, once you were like TP'd here and then went to jungle, they might have like run away towards you or not show. So we would have to like farm those ancients like somewhere here. So yeah, when I think of it, that's the that's the reason why I would more consider still staying, unless they like force me out of here by not showing. Uh, Usually in like lower tiers, they will just show and show and show. That's why I don't TP immediately. Like I want to force somebody to go to my lane before I TP
Uh,
somewhere.
okay,
Because
got it, got it.
otherwise it's just like, yes,
It's
I got tower and then they will not get all those juicy creeps. Yes, but I come to realize that that's not everything about Dota. Like about Dota, it's all about like zoning enemies and stuff. Like about like who gets which area. So if they still don't TP here, it means that they still want to get this area. So you need to like you need to steal their area here, basically.
okay.
That's what I'm thinking of. If you are able to decide like this. Sometimes they will just not give you informations and it will be like, oh, well, if they tip it here and I'm gonna be farming here or here, I will die. But if they
Yeah,
didn't TP, I'm also fucked. Well, guess I'm gonna TP. And I'm gonna give them this area because, or I stay in trees. Like one of those two options. Like either I
yeah.
decide like, oh, I'm gonna TP here and we will take this fight on triangle in case they will want to like give up this farm and we are strong enough to fight them, or get the ancients. And in worst case, I will just wait here in trees, right, and do nothing and wait for them
Okay,
to shove it into them or something, like something like that. But yeah, okay, I will gonna,
okay.
I guess, end it here.
Yeah,
It was
I
pretty
think
cool game. I think the main part was the laning, really, like the
yeah.
in encourage
If I
like
lean
you.
properly, I think I could have done something here too. I
Yeah,
mean, farm more creeps so that we could have possibly come back
def
from the game.
definitely.
Yeah, so that is definitely something I will try to get better at.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure, no problem.
Okay.